if I'd left home when I was 14, I don't think, I wasn't smart enough to get by. I wasn't able to like look after myself and stuff, I don't think.
Yeah.
True. I wouldn't, confidence as well. I was pretty shy, I think. At 14.
Same.
I wouldn't have asked for anything.
No, I would
I
have
think
been.
I'm not
it's
saying you're
just-
asking, but like.
Yeah, well, that was it. Like, I was so quiet as well.
Yeah.
But I went through hell and back to ride that bike, and that's what I feel like I was doing, just to ride it day in, day out. And it was, but I loved the journey. Like, it was incredible. And eventually I overstayed my welcome there for a bit as well. And then he was like, that's when it hit rock bottom. That's when I was like, actually, am I going to need to go home here or what? And and this was me just about to turn. So I'd been doing that for a good couple of years there. And this was me just about to turn 16.
Okay.
And he was like, if you want, because I was like, I'm going home here. He's like, if you want, he's like, you can live in the skate park. And I was like, what? I was like, just about to turn 16. Like, and I was like, that's like every kid's dream pretty much, being told you can live in here. So,
Dude, that's all I knew of the story, that you lived in a skate park.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, I thought, whoa, that is so cool. Is it literally like under ramps? What did it look like?
Honestly, I cannot believe like what I used to live in. But yeah, like it was I slept on like a 2-seater couch for like a year in the office, but it was like so cold. But Chick looked after me. Like, he bought me this sleeping bag. It's called a bear suit, and it's like they use it in like Antarctica and all that. It's like proper, like you could walk around in it, go to the toilet and that. But it was one of the scariest things ever. But like, so during the day when I was riding there and my mates were all there, it was the best.
So you ride all day? Every day?
Yeah, pretty much. But it'd be the best time ever. I'd be having so much fun. Then nighttime would come, everyone would head home, and he'd lock me in there and pull the shutter down. It's just me in there. But this place was like, it was super scary. It'd been used like back in the day in the war to build parts of planes, and then from there it was a distillery, and then from there it was derelict for years.
Right.
So, and it was huge, and it was so creepy. Like, and I was like 16, and it was so scary. Yeah, and all this time my mum and dad didn't know I was living there. They thought that I was living at someone's house. So, and I didn't have any washing machine or that to wash my clothes, so I was stinking. Like, no joke. Like, I was absolutely stinking. I used to have to like try and wash stuff in the sink and rinse it out. I didn't have any money to eat either, so I was living on like Sweeties candy out of the cafe in the skate park.
Yeah.
And then Chick would cook me. Chick was the guy that owned it. He would cook me dinners every once in a while. I'd have like a real nice like steak pie and that. So he looked after me, but yeah, it was crazy when I think about those conditions. And I'd call my mum off the office phone sometimes as well and be like, I'm okay, like this and that and all this stuff, and she just didn't really click on anything. And then so that went on. I lived there for a year by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then
that's very impressive. How did you get by then without money and stuff? It was just on the...
I lived in that skate park, like literally, like I never left.
You were joking on the way here about like went grey and stuff.
Oh yeah,
because you weren't going outside.
Oh, man, I swear I've like shaved years off my life probably, but it was honestly it was real gnarly what I used to live on, like, and it was I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, after a year went past me living on this 2-seater couch in the office, and it was freezing at night, but sure enough the next day would come around, I'd be riding and I'd be like, this is why I do this, I love it. And also when I was 16 I got sponsored by BSD.
Okay.
And they were the first kind of company to start letting me like take me places and traveling and stuff like that.
Do you mind me asking you something real quick?
Yeah.
You got your Nike deal at 14.
Yep.
Was that a paid?
No.
Just shoes?
No. Nike was just
flow products.
Shoes and clothes, but
okay.
I swear the amount of shoes that I used to have a mountain of shoes in Unit 23. I've still got a mountain of shoes in there.
Have you really?
Yeah, I've never wore. They're still in there, but I give them away to people and stuff.
Wow.
But there is still some in there. But yeah, people will be asking now next time they're at Unit.
Where's these shoes?
Yeah.
Any Jordans in there?
Yeah. But yeah, no, it wasn't a paid deal off Nike. It was just free stuff.
Right.
And then BSD got sponsored by them when I was 16, and they started taking me places like France and Spain and all that, and then America and all that. And I was like, and then they were the first ones to start paying me as well.
Okay.
So then, but it wasn't much. It's like £100 a month or something like that. But I was like, oh my God. This is, I can, like, that was a lot of money to me.
Yeah.
I mean, to not have anything. But,
what was it like going away then? Because you're so like used to the confines of one essentially hangar, aren't you?
Yeah.
What was it? First trip away, do you remember what it was like?
Blew my mind, yeah. Like, it felt like I was in Roadfields or something like that. Like, it was all I've ever wanted to do. It was travel with my bike and that, and yeah, like never thought it would happen. And then there I was doing that on a team with people, riding with people that I've looked up to for years, and then actually started to get paid to do it. I was like, why the hell are they paying me to ride my bike? Like, this is nuts.
Were you doing the odd comps as well or not?
Yeah, a couple of
comps.
But I hated them. I still to this day I don't like them.
Yeah.
But how were you doing at the comps? Were you like getting good results, or was it?
Not really. Nah. Like, I just didn't like them. I go to practice and that, and I just didn't practice because I didn't want to snake people. And at the end of the day, I was like, I ride my bike because I have fun, and I'm not having fun here. I was like, I'm just you're racing to hit a jump box or something. And it's like, it's just not fun for me. And then I'm riding in front of loads of people, and you only have 2 minutes, not 2 minutes, you know, I do know what it is, 60 seconds pretty much to do what you want to do or whatever. And I can't do that. And then, so for me, like when I did start traveling and stuff and going to contests and that, I just said to my sponsors, I was like, I feel like this is a waste of money sending me to these places because I don't enjoy it at all, and I'd far rather put that money into like a video or something like that and start filming. And they're like, oh well, that's great because that's all we want you for anyway, like as long as you're happy doing that. And I was like, well, that's a dream come true.
I was going to ask you that, like what did brands want out of an athlete at that point? Like, you're 16, I'm trying to do the maths, but like social media's
it was
more
nah,
like, what is it?
Nah,
what did they want?
It was just like web edits, wasn't it?
Right.
So, and that's all I wanted to do. Yeah. With BSD. So me and Dave Sowerby and like that, he was a guy I used to always film with.
Okay.
And I used to have that's all I wanted to do was film with him or go on trips with people and film and then just get views and stuff, and that was it. But I liked I like the video contest side. Like each year, like Ride UK would do like web edit of the year or like street rider of the year or like stuff like that. And I won a few of them, which was cool. And that's what I'm passionate about, like doing that.
Yeah.
So, but going back to the skate park thing there, sorry, we're jumping around a bit, but I lived there for a year by myself, and then one of my friends moved in, Quinny, and he was a pro rollerblader at the time. And then there's a little room through the back because now I had my mate. I was brave enough to go through the back, and we were sleeping in the workshop. But we shared a bed. Me and him, we shared this pull-out sofa. So we'd share that, and he didn't have any money either. So me and him were sharing underwear and all that stuff. And he was wearing all my Nike shoes and stuff. Honestly, no joke.
Sharing underwear, of mates.
Yeah, sharing everything. No joke. Honestly, gnarly. And then I remember
meeting in the park and stuff.
Was that?
Just meet in the park and then.
Yeah, that's how I met him. Yeah,
you were like, "Hey, I live here. Do you want to live here?
Yeah,
do you want to move in?"
Yeah, well, he stayed a night. We had a party one night, and he stayed. And then he's like, "This is amazing. I could move in here." And I was like, "Do it." and then he done it. And then after that, it like. Me and him were there for like a year or two, just me and him. But then it was weird. We always call it like Lost Boys because it was like a magnet pulling all these people, and then all of a sudden it was like all of these other guys from around the UK would come and stay for the weekend, but that would turn into a week, and then it'd be like there was always one that would hang around, and then now like they're my closest mates, and my mate Summerton that he came up for a riding trip from Newcastle and just never left. Now he lives up there.
It's funny how you say like a year, and it's not like the short periods of time. It's a long time to share a bed with someone and underwear. It's not like a quick couple of weeks and move on.
No, it was a long time.
Formative years of your life.
That's what I was just gonna say. Like you saying Lost Boys as well. Like you're literally, if they're the formative years, then you are literally BMX, like to your core. Without sounding cheesy, it's like you grew up.
Yeah.
Years that people are normally like getting their first jobs and doing this stuff. You're in a skate park.
We were in there, yeah.
It's insane. You're getting paid the first bit of money you ever get paid.
Yeah.
And that's through riding your bike in a skate park that you were growing up in.
Yeah.
Sleeping under ramps, sleeping on sofas. Mate, what an insane story, dude.
Yeah, it was gnarly. Like, but like I remember as well, we had like a rat problem as well at one point. Like, it was bad one year. And we'd be in this room in the back and we'd be sleeping in there, but you'd feel rats run, like no joke, over the sleeping bag. Or that, and we'd have shovels try to kill them because they were like cats, they were massive. But we were right beside the River Clyde.
Right.
So they'd come in there. But
dude.
But that was gnarly. That was like quite a gnarly one, but we'd laugh about it and it's like, but the rats were gnarly as well. I remember you'd corner them and they'd be like screaming at you and that, but Like, yeah, I'd never hit them or anything like that. I would be too scared. I'd be running away. But it was, yeah, they were gnarly. But yeah, and then from there, they're like, at one point, there was 12.
Did you have showers and stuff? Like what?
Yeah, you should have seen that.
Yeah,
it was like a scene out of blooming Train Spot. It's bad. It was real bad. Yeah, I feel like you go in there, you come out dirtier. It was always blocked as well. So if someone got in before you, you're always standing in like that much of like filth of their water. And
I'm just thinking like the time when similar age of being in a skate park and like the feeling of when you come out and you're just sweaty and gritty and like but then you're like staying there and going to sleep.
Yeah. Waking up still like sticky from like riding the night before.
Next day, do it again.
I mean, so you're 16 at this point. It must have just felt like a really long summer holiday.
Pretty
like,
much.
What did it feel like real life, or was it like?
No, and that's when I think back to it. I never once doubted that it wouldn't work either. Like it was always just like there was no. I never doubted anything. It was just always just like just constantly thinking of like just keep going up and just keep going. There was never like what if. Like, or what am I going to do? There was never any of that. I just enjoyed the ride for what it was. And it just kept going and going and going. And then here we are like doing this. I honestly can't believe it. But
I mean, this is the highlight, isn't it?
Oh, this is, yeah, do you know what I mean? But yeah, like honestly, I never, ever take it for granted. I still can't believe that it worked out the way it did. Yeah. And it's been a hell of a ride, But the things that I've seen, the places I've been, the things I've experienced, the people I've met, all through riding that bike, it is unbelievable.
Whoa.
Honestly.
So how long did you live in the skate park for?
8 years. Yeah.
8 years.
8 years, yeah. Yeah, 8 years.
8 years, a lost boy. Yeah. Did it feel like a lost boy by the end of it?
No. I don't know that. No, well, I don't know. Yeah. Nah. I feel like that created who I am as a person, that place. And I got it tattooed on my neck, actually. I got Unit 20.
I noticed it earlier, yeah.
But that was one of the first tattoos I ever got.
Wow.
But
did it get like easier to live in a skate park?
It did. Yeah, it definitely got easier because as it went on, it was pulling in all my other mates from like different parts of the country, and we were all living there. But it was amazing as well because like I was still so young, but I never had a mum and dad that could say, don't do this, don't do that, you need to be at this time. We were riding till whenever we wanted. Chick was super cool, let us live there. Like, ride till whenever we wanted, we'd party every night. Like, there was no one telling you what you could and couldn't do. Yeah. And it was the freedom of that. And yeah, at one point there was 12 of us living there. Yeah. And then at one point we ended up building a mezzanine up the back. Yeah. And we built, like, it's like a hotel. Like, for those of you that, a lot of you probably have been, like, a lot of people that are watching this have probably been and stayed there, but we've got like a mezzanine heading up the back, and it's like, you open the door and it's laminate flooring the whole way down, like these lights come on, it's proper. We had a hot tub as well at one point. But the hot tub was grim.
I can imagine.
Oh man, it was in this room with like no windows. And I think at one point, and it was like I think it was only like a 4-man, but at one point we had like, I think it was something ridiculous, like 18 people in it, 18 men. Like, it was absolutely rank, man.
So it changed a bit from rats to the hot tub.
Yeah, like, but it was honestly gnarly. Like, stuff we got away with. We were all tattooing each other in there as well. Like, we'd fight each other as well. We'd go do like Friday night fights, and we'd just fight each other, we'd get wasted and fight each other. Like, it was crazy. We get away with absolute murder.
It's like a rock band or something.
Hey, it's like a movie. Yeah, it's like a movie, isn't it?
A great movie.
It was gnarly, yeah. But I always thought, like, this was my number one thing. I always said to myself, if I ever made any money or anything, I was like, I'm buying a house, because I feel like I never had anywhere that I could call home, really. Yeah. And I was like, that's what I want to secure myself, and that's it. And then at least I've got that. Whatever happens in life, I've got a blooming house. So I did that. Spent.
Okay. Hey man, what an episode that was. You did amazing in it.
And so did you.
You shone like a star.
You shone like a moon.
Can we also put something up here that you can click on for the next episode?
How about we put a subscribe up there in the middle?
Yeah, I love
We're going to put a video we think that our lovely companionship will love on your face.
On my face?
Yeah.
And so on can't see me now?
Gone. And on my face, another video that we think people will love. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please hit like and subscribe. You guys are the best.
Peace and love.